Hi folks, Doc here, back to do the next segment on the homemade mufflers, the DIY exhaust. As you can see, just shooting from the front of MULE here, the pipes have been reoriented. So what I did is, you can probably just see if I can get a better angle on that, just where it exits the block, it's been cut and tacked again. And right here, it's been cut and tacked again to reorient them. So what I've got going on, you can kind of see from the front, is the stubs come out now. And they're actually backing up against the garage door here. They're actually at equal height and location now after a little bit of adjustment. So that's what we've got going on, and I'll get back to that in just a minute. Now, what I've got going on here is, you can see that I did do the slicing on these pipes, and then I put a wire wheel on the grinder and blew the paint off. And I did the same thing with these cylinders. Well, most of the paint off anyways. You can still see kind of a bit of a blue sheen there. That'll burn off. I just didn't want to have to burn it all off at once. That'll be nasty. It's been raining all morning here, and I've been struggling to make any kind of progress in between all the raindrops, so I'm just going to try and bring up to speed quickly. I offered up the cans to the newly positioned exhaust pipes and marked and cut the hole with tin snips. Obviously this can I haven't welded the pipe in yet or tacked it in yet, because I was just waiting for the next time I fired up the welding machine. Okay, with it tacked into position, I'm now going to trim it. Okay, so now we've got our two mufflers in position. Again, everything's still tack welded. Once I've got everything positioned finally, I'm going to dismount them, take them right off the engine, and burn everything in full. Last thing I want to do here is, that looks kind of rat rod-ish, doesn't it? Come up with something just to make a couple of turn downs so that the exhaust isn't pointed directly at my legs. Okay, so here we have it, our new exhaust system. Now, the only thing I really have left to do is to throw some paint on there. It's kind of raining on and off, and I haven't actually picked up the paint yet, so I won't be doing that just yet. But I've got everything burned in and on and blah 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 blah, and I've got the tips clamped on, and everything went pretty well. They've been welded up little holes where the relief valves were on both sides. And I did have a bit of a fight welding that thin metal, because I don't do it very often, so I had to goof around with the settings on my machine and blah 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 blah. But either way, she's up and running, good to go. Okay folks, that just about puts the wraps on things. I've got to pick up some high temperature paint, which I don't currently have. I'm going to do that a little bit later today. But for the purpose, at the moment anyways, she's done. I've got those chrome tips clamped on, and I might wind up making a couple of little brackets just to brace the pipe a little bit further against maybe the cooling shroud or something close by, just to provide a little extra support, because when I was running it I noticed it was wobbling a bit. But let's light her up. Anyway, she sounds pretty good to me. I think I'm going to go ahead and fab up some brackets somewhere around the time that I paint them. But in the meantime, there she is. I like the sound. It's still a little bit louder than I would have liked, but it's got a nice rumble to it, and I think I can live with the exhaust note and live with the volume. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and let's see what we can come up with next.